This is a short video on how to turn text into columns. See, I've got a page of just standard text, plain text. It's about a page and a half. I want to turn that into 3 columns. Step 1 is to select all of your text that you want to convert. In this case I'll do all of it. And then if you go to the page layout and then the columns menu, and if you just want to do 2 or 3 columns, standard columns, you can just use this menu. I'm actually going to fully justify the text so we've got straight sides, straight lines on both sides, make columns look better. That's Control J, or that button there. So now we've got text is in 3 columns. If I go down now, this little 3 little lines, let's say I wanted to get those 3 little lines not to be there, to actually to fit onto the columns I've got. You can, to do that, there's various ways of doing that, but you can adjust the widths or the spacing, the width of the spacing in between these columns. And to do that, when you go to the layout tab, instead of just choosing columns 1 or 2 or 3, if you go down to the bottom here, more columns, click on that. You could choose how many columns you want, type in the number you want, etc. But here it's got spacing and it's 1.25. If we bring that down to just 1 centimetre, click OK. See that gap, the spacing, the width in the spacing has got smaller, and the effect that that has had is it's taken those 3 dangling lines on their own, it's moved them all back into the text. So it's quite handy to change the spacing a little bit depending on your text you've got on the page. Another thing that's quite useful, say you wanted this where I've got it in bold, that wanted to be at the beginning of a new column up here. Now you could just hit enter, 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 and it will move everything down until you get that video provides line starting up here. The problem with that is when you change any of your text size or move any text or add new text, this will just move down. It won't be kept in the position that blank space here won't be kept. So a better way to do that is to use a column break. Now to help see that, I'm going to turn on the pagination just so you can see the paragraphs and the breaks. I'm just going to delete these paragraphs. So what I want to do, I want to have this area clear, white space, and this line or this text starting up on the column, starting at the top of a new column. So just click where you want that to happen and then go into the layout breaks, and there's a column break there. Click on that and you see if you've got pagination on, it just shows you the line column break. There's the white space, and then the text I wanted has been moved to a new start of a new column. Obviously when you're printing or working in this you won't see it, it will look just like that, but because I've got pagination on you can see these extra bits of text. So that's quite useful. So far we've just changed some text into 3 columns, we've changed the spacing in between the columns, and we've added a column break because we want to add a picture or whatever it may be here. Normally your text or page or newsletter or magazine, whatever it is, would have a title. And if I put a title on here, normally you would want it all across the page. It would look a bit strange just to have a title there. So really we want the title to be in 1 column, then we want the 3 columns to start. What you need to do, just click where you want the column to go. Sorry, you click where you want the title to go, and then add not a column break this time, but just a continuous break, a section break. Now you can either type the text, the title, or in this case we've already typed it. So I'm going to make it bold, underline, but I want to. Now it's still in 3 column mode because you can see up again in the rulers here you see some 3 separate white spaces. So I'm just going to go back to columns and make that column 1. Now you can see the ruler's changed to just one long white space, and I also want to centre that. I'll do Control E, and I'll make it a bit bigger because it's a title. Just going to turn the pagination off. So see the title is in one column. Underneath that I have all of my columns. Let's say the next bit you don't want columns all the way down, or 3 columns all the way down. You want 3 columns for a page and a half, or whatever the text is, and then you want to go back to 1 column, or maybe 2 columns or something. So let's just take this last bit of text here, and I want to turn that back into a single column. So to do that I need to make another continuous section break. Click that in there, turn the pagination back on. You see it's jumped over. I've clicked here and the section break is over here. Now I can select the text that I want to change and change that back to 1 column. And there you go. Now you have title as 1 column, however many columns you want, down to wherever you want. And now we've gone back to single column mode. Equally, you may want, say, an intro or something up the top, and that wants to be single column mode. So I want to start with a title, single column, and then an intro text, a single column, and then I want to go down to 3 columns. And then let's say instead of going back, we'll have a bit of 1 single column, and these 2 paragraphs here, I'll change them into 2 columns. To do that, I'll just add a continuous line break, select the text I want to change into columns, and I'm going to have 2 columns here. That's that bit. And I also want an intro. So you could just add the text to the title section, but seeing as it's bold, underlined and different, I'll make a new section. Go to breaks, continuous section, and then in there we want to add, I'm just going to paste some text there. I'm just going to make it fully justified. That's it. You see now we've got a title as single column, a section break, and more single column text, and a section break, 3 columns. Now this column break over here has moved around, so really I should deleted that first. I'll delete it now. To delete a break, all you do is put your cursor to the left side of it and hit the delete button. So that's moved that back round, so really it would be better to have a column break there now. So I'm going to go to not a continuous section break this time, but a column break. That's giving me the white space I wanted there for a picture. Moved everything down. I'm going to turn the pagination off. So you can see I've got a mixture of 2 columns, 1 column. I suppose really it would be better if you had title here, subtitle I should say. So you've got your main title, an introduction, some columns, space for a picture, subtitle, and some more text, and 2 columns. That's about it with columns. They act a bit strange, or Word sometimes is known for columns doing some strange things, but it's just a matter of practicing until you become familiar with them, and then they're really quite straightforward. Okay, thanks for watching. Any questions, please put them in the comments and I'll try and answer them for you.